Alright, this happened about 6 years ago and it still hurts me psychologically. I was 15 years old, pretty much at the peak of my horniness as a human being. I was over at a friend's house staying the night. In the middle of the night, I woke up with my little salami poking through my boxers. I couldn't get back to sleep, so I decided to give myself a jerky. Because I'm a morally righteous human, I had the decency to remove myself to the bathroom, down the hall, and not just wank my shank right there in my buddy's room. A little background. My friend's family is significantly darker than I am. I am extremely fair-skinned, like notebook paper white. This was before I owned a smartphone, so I was just using my imagination to bait. I wanted some lotion to decrease the jerking friction, so I went into the bathroom cabinet and grabbed the first lotion I could. I lathered my hand up and the rest is history. It didn't take long before I finished and I was heading down the hall, back to sleep. I woke up in the morning and things got interesting. I wake up and I'm talking to my friend and he asks me what happened to my hand. I look down at my hand and I see that it's orange as fuck, like Cheetos orange. I have no idea what the fuck is happening. Did my jizz have some shit wrong with it that it dyed my hand? I mumbled some shit and excused myself to wash my hands. I rushed to the cabinet and opened it up. When I was hurrying the night before, I had failed to read the label on the lotion. It was fucking self-tanner. Now keep in mind, I'm freakishly white. My hand is extremely orange and it stands out vibrantly. I am super panicked. I spend about 20 minutes washing my hand and it only slightly dims the orange glow. My fucking hand stayed bright as orange for a week. I went to school all week with it. Kids didn't really put it together, but would constantly ask me what the fuck was up with my hand. I don't even remember what I used as an excuse. Most just dropped it. However, almost all adults knew what happened. My parents, my friends' parents, teachers. It was awkward as hell. So many disappointed looks. It wasn't even completely orange hand. Only my palm and spots between my fingers were really orange. Only parts on the back of my hand that were orange were where it had kind of leaked through my fingers and it looked like dripping paint had dried there. Still think about it every once in a while. I don't even need to explain how orange my cock was. Hey guys, if you want more awesome videos like this one, click the subscribe button below. Alright, I know what you're thinking. How can you use a toothbrush by accident? Well, I'm embarrassed to say that this is probably the most humiliating thing that I have ever encountered. It also happened recently and was a complete and total accident. So I use a vibrating toothbrush to do my business. Yeah, I know, not smart, but the economy is shit and I just got laid off and get off my back. Plus, it's a hell of a lot more discreet than lugging around a giant black dildo. Anyways, so I'm staying at my parents' house this week and I thought, hey, let's bring Little Miss Pussy Scrubber because you never know. So I'm laying in bed and I decided to do my business, but I couldn't find my toothbrush. Remembering I put it in my overnight bag that was in the bathroom, I went to grab it. I should have thought that it was weird that it was just sitting on the counter and not in my bag. But I was clouded by my sex hormones and the drive to make myself better, dumb. Alright, so I'm in my room. I finished my job, did my business, start getting dressed when I noticed an odd smell. Not like a foul I need to go to the doctor smell, but more like my veg smell like it just went to the dentist. That's when I realized what I just did. So I started panicking. I grabbed the toothbrush, run out of my room and into the bathroom to throw it out and pretend that I have never encountered this. Well, that's when my sister decided to walk into the bathroom. She saw me holding her toothbrush, grabbed it from my hands and started putting toothpaste on it. We have the same color of toothbrush, but she wouldn't have known as I don't display my pleasure tool to everyone. Now I know what you're thinking. Yeah, right, this wouldn't happen. I'm just gonna write the next sentence and let you read it yourself. I froze. I couldn't say or do anything. I just panicked. I left the room and now I'm sitting in my room shaking because I'm the world's worst sister. This is something I will take to my grave. Alright guys, I hope you enjoyed the video. If you liked it, give me a big fat like below, and I'll see you next time.